Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Shadowed City podcast. I am your host, Larry, and this is The Shadows Within. Now, Jake King took on, by the way, GPW Cannon is what we're going to go over first. Jake King versus JJ the Urban Gladiator, with JJ the Urban Gladiator walking out victorious. Scarlett Silver versus Riley Steele, with Riley Steele walking away victorious. Logan Frost versus Michael Link McIntyre, where Michael Link McIntyre won, had a promo after, and then had a brawl with Logan. Nexus versus Sebastian Storm, with Sebastian Storm walking away victorious. Bobo the Clown versus Aku, with Bobo the Clown walking away victorious. Hashtag Frost versus Turtle Harrington, with Frost walking away victorious. Jack Graves versus Outlaw, with Outlaw walking away victorious. There was a tag match between the Cold Front and the Final Four. Reagan Anderson, the champion, versus Cali Rage for the GPW Intercontinental Championship, where Reagan Anderson retained the gold. Lil Devil versus Alexander, with Lil Devil walking away victorious. Big Lou versus The Monster, with Big Lou walking away victorious. Ronan Drake versus Billy Bass, with Ronan Drake walking away victorious. Adam Skull versus Carnage, with Carnage walking away victorious. Blaze Vortex versus ABM, with ABM walking away victorious. Nikita versus Chanel Baltimore, with Chanel Baltimore walking away victorious. Nels Wade versus Jack Frost, with Nels Wade walking away victorious. Cash Gordy versus Eddie Walker, with Eddie Walker walking out victorious. Outlaw versus Chaotic, the champion for the GCW Gulf Coast Championship, with Outlaw walking out the new champion. Britt Grades versus RFL, with RFL winning, and after the show was a show of respect and a handshake by both ladies. Countess Cyclone versus Nina, with Countess Cyclone walking away victorious. Jay Blaze versus Ranger Zero, with Ranger Zero walking away victorious. Bailey Nelson versus Cali Rage, with Bailey Nelson walking away victorious. Nikita versus Scarlett Silver, with Nikita walking away victorious. Turtle Harrington versus Chaotic, with Turtle Harrington walking away victorious. Ms. D Misdemeanor versus Chanel Baltimore versus War Maiden, with Chanel Baltimore walking away victorious. Britt Monet and Emma Frost versus Casey Skull and Jeannie Jaw, with Britt Monet and Emma Frost walking up victorious. And in the main event, Ronan Drake versus Ryan Kai, with Ronan Drake walking away victorious. Now we're going to talk about All-Star Pro Season 4, Episode 4. Sean Smith versus Rob Life, with Rob Life walking away victorious. Taryn Williams versus Dirty Diana, with Dirty Diana walking away victorious. Sam Magnum versus Jimmy Kane, with Sam Magnum walking away victorious. Jay Red versus Jay Smoke, with Jay Smoke walking away victorious. Mason Payne and Jason Payne, the Empire of Payne versus Roy Mustang and Nitro Cruz, with the Empire of Payne walking away victorious. AJ Woods versus AJ Albright, with AJ Woods walking away victorious. Shan Leon versus Travell Daniel, with Travell Daniel walking away victorious. Suplexia versus Amaya Bryant, with Amaya Bryant walking away victorious. Number 1 contender special guest referee Damian Briggs between Buster Anderson and Turtle Harrington, with Turtle Harrington walking away victorious. Now for ASW. Chico versus Psychosis X, with Psychosis X walking away victorious. Noah Butler versus Madam Moon, with Madam Moon walking away victorious. Big Bertha versus Jay Smoke, with Big Bertha walking away victorious. Dio Van Dam versus Damian Briggs, with Dio Van Dam walking away victorious. IZW Thunder. Welcome, Bloodstone. Kando Dragon and Kabuki Dragon versus Big Oos and Big C, which ended in a draw. The American Badass John Wigginton versus the Big Dog Andre Robinson versus Johnny Superkicks versus AJ Woods for the IZW International Championship. AJ Woods walked out the champion. Jen versus Lady Blue versus Madison King, with Madison King walking away victorious. Blood Pit Championship Akane versus the champion Frank Ortiz, with Frank Ortiz retaining the gold. Insidious versus the Phantom Eddie Walker, with the Phantom Eddie Walker walking away victorious. A women's gauntlet. Amazon versus Sylvia Knight. Sylvia Knight walking away victorious. Sylvia Knight versus Taryn Williams. Taryn Williams walking away victorious. Taryn Williams versus Angelina West. Angelina West walking away victorious and winning the gauntlet. The Savage John Robb took on the Marvelous Aaron James with the Savage John Robb walking away victorious. Tony Rose and Rusty Steele versus Travell Daniel and Keith Hunt with Travell Daniel and Keith Hunt walking away victorious. And to cap off the show was a men's gauntlet. Jack Jackson versus CJ Frost. Jack Jackson walked away victorious. Jack Jackson versus AJ Woods with AJ Woods walking away victorious. AJ Woods versus Buster Anderson with AJ Woods walking away victorious. AJ Woods versus Rob Anderson with Rob Anderson walking away victorious. Rob Anderson versus Gary Walker with Gary Walker walking away victorious and the winner of the gauntlet. Yes, that's what I had to go over at the moment, ladies and gentlemen. We're hoping to get a War Room soon in the future so we can review Wrestle Madness and the Tribute Show. I don't know what's been going on with the SPW Anarchy archives and such, and it seems like whenever I don't have people on, they can hear me on the other end, but I don't know. I'm hoping it doesn't do that for the foreseeable future. But in the meantime, I hope you guys have a great day, good night, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever y'all may be. Peace out.